Hey there. I am going to share another example of how I practice consciousness in everyday life. Um, Conscious awareness. Not quite sure what I'm landing on yet for calling it, but I'm sure I'll get there. Anyway, after I completed my workday yesterday, I stopped at the Aldi store in Otana. That's the town I was working in yesterday, and I had my list of things I needed to get. And two of the things on my list were hamburger buns and hot dog buns. And I noticed when I got to the section where I should be seeing hamburger buns and hot dog buns that there was nothing there. And I'm like, that's strange. And having been practicing this for a while now, I immediately noticed like a tension in my body, or tension, like my body kind of clamped down a little bit, and it was kind of in my back and chest area, it stopped me. I noticed it right away that the tension in my body changed when I noticed there were no buns. And the thoughts in my head at that point then were, that's really inconvenient. Now I'm going to have to go someplace else to get buns. So immediately my mind started on this I don't like using the word negative. What resonates more with me is kind of heavy or dense. So I had some denser thoughts come to me of, this is inconvenient. I'm going to have to go someplace else and get buns, yada, yada, yada. There was the whole line of, do I really have to get buns tonight? Do we have any at home? I don't know. I could call. So it's like a whole cascade, right? So, ultimately, something in the outside environment triggered a response in my inside environment, and I had the opportunity to make a choice to continue to focus on the thoughts that my mind was creating based on the outside environment, or take a step back and just watch the thoughts that were going by, and to not focus on them. So I could let them go and not focus on them. So what I did then was consciously, and it's happening so much more quickly now, so much easier after practicing it for months now. I consciously put myself in the seat of my awareness, so kind of back in my back chest area behind my heart, and watch those thoughts go by, and consciously relax the tension that I had noticed that had come up in my body. The rest of my shopping trip, I got the stuff I needed. There were no issues, right? But I did end up stopping on my way home at the Quick Trip in Waseca. I don't know why I give details. I guess maybe if you live in the area, then maybe you'll feel even more connected to this story if you know these places I'm talking about, because you'll be like, yeah, I've been there too. So yeah, Quick Trip in Waseca, on Old Highway 14, and to get buns. So as I'm standing, hamburger buns specifically, because I decided I didn't need to get hot dog buns right away, but since we have hamburgers every Wednesday night for supper, and yesterday was Tuesday, I really wanted to make sure that I had my hamburger buns for Wednesday night when we were going to have burgers. So as I'm standing in line in the Quick Trip, there suddenly a person came in line behind me, and I had my back to them, but you know how when somebody walks up behind you, you can tell there's somebody there, right? You can sense it. Then this person started kind of humming and singing to themselves behind me. And I immediately, again, noticed that outside situation, that outside occurrence, caused a reaction in my internal environment where I stiffened up. And I don't know that you would necessarily be able to see outwardly that I had stiffened up, but I felt it in my body. And in my head, my thought was, oh, brother, this person's behind me singing. Are they going to want me to like turn around and interact with them? You know, like that whole chain of thought. I'm sure you've all had it happen to you at one point or another before, where like somebody's heart is open, somebody is outwardly being open, and because for whatever reason in that moment I was not feeling open, and I'm like not outwardly, like not physically doing this, but in my head, if I were to picture the feeling that I was feeling, if I were to like do it outwardly, I would be like this, like, don't talk to me, don't look at me, I don't want to interact with you, I don't want to be seen right now, I just want to pay for my buns and go home, right? So again, I had another opportunity to get back in the seat of my awareness, realize that this person here humming and singing out, you know, quietly but still loud enough to hear to themselves is actually a great thing. They're in a good mood, and this is an opportunity for me to realize that that I was in a more of a closed off state, and I had an opportunity to relax and to let that go and to open up a little bit more. It didn't mean I had to interact with the person. It didn't mean I had to do anything differently than what I was already doing, but it reflected to me that I was actually not quite as open in the moment as I thought I was, and it gave me an opportunity to relax my body, to let those thoughts pass, and to put myself into a more open state. Not having to do anything differently, not having to interact with the person, just a reflection of, hey, you could be a little bit more open right now too. And that practicing those things and having those opportunities for folks that I have no idea who they are, strangers, helping reflect that to me is really an awesome gift. So I hope that you all have a great day, and it'd be super cool to hear how you're practicing being in the seat of your awareness and practicing all of